What's up, guys? I'm glad to be back, and I hope you guys follow along on this live stream. I believe we're on number 24. This is 24 weeks, not in a row, but 24 weeks, and I hope you guys follow along. What's up, guys? I'm glad to be back. Get the live stream, or I'm sorry, the live chat here set up. If I remember how to do it. All right, looks like we're live. We're live. Hunting stuff with J&J. What's up, buddy? SJ Outdoors. What's up? What's up? Finally raining. Yeah, we actually had some rain today, actually. I worked on a little kill plot yesterday because I knew that it was going to rain today. So I went ahead and got that planted. And we got rain today. So it's a good step. Hopefully that plot turns out. I'm going to check it in about a week or so and see the progress on it. Hunting with Preston. Sup? It's Woo Day. Yes, it is. I'm glad to finally be back. I'll be honest with you. The first week, I think I missed 3 weeks. I'll be honest. The first week I was kind of like burned out. No, I'm sorry. The first week was the trespasser situation. The second week I was burned out. The third week had a little family situation. So we're back. So missed you guys. City Sticker Chris. From the hoods to the woods. What's up, buddy? So, some of you guys might be new, or if anybody's watching the replay, we try to stream every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We also upload brand new videos. It could be hunting videos, like vlogs or management type videos, food plots, something of that nature. We usually try to release them on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And then if I have time during the previous week and I have extra videos or extra footage, I try to upload a third video. Beanie Reese, how's those plots looking? The plots are looking excellent. On one of the big properties that we have, buckwheat's looking great, clover's looking great, small kill plot, the sunflowers, sun hemp, all that's looking great as well. We're going to be planning fall food plots, I think in about 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks, something like that. First weekend of August. We're going to be planting those, getting those ready. Some properties, small properties that I have around my house that I have permission to hunt on. We planted a kill plot yesterday, fall food plot. We have rain today, so I went ahead and planted that yesterday. Rain tonight, this afternoon. So it should turn out great. And then next week, temperatures warm up again, and there's a chance of thunderstorms pretty much like every single day. So I'm looking forward to that. So again, yeah, we stream Tuesdays. If you guys have any questions, be sure to ask in the comments, and I always try to reply to everybody or respond to everybody. And if you're watching the replay, glad to have you here if you guys are new. So also subscribe. So hopefully you guys are doing good. I know a lot of people had messaged me about the trespasser situation and poacher or trespasser, both. But I can't really say too much about it online. But for people that don't know, I guess it's been 3 weeks now, might be 4 weeks, but we had a situation on the lease, one of the leases that I have. And what happened was, it was a Friday afternoon. I was home, and I have a Spy Point trail camera, well, a couple of them that send you pictures directly to your phone over this, cell tower, Spy Point cameras. So I was home, and I got this picture sent to me and it was this person with a trash bag covering his face, walking straight to my solar panel that I had mounted on a 4x4 post. If you guys have watched the food plot videos, I posted this video and showed you guys installing the solar panel and all that stuff. So the guy came directly to it, and then the second picture that I got was him. I guess he saw the camera possibly, and he covered his, looked like he covered his face up with the trash bag. So at the time, from the two different pictures that I got back to back, the only thing that I could tell the difference in was the solar panel was like this originally, then after the second picture it was folded down. So I knew that he did something to the solar panel, didn't know what he did. Obviously I knew he hit it, but I didn't know to what extent. So that Saturday I was already planning on going to the farm, so I was by myself. When I got there, I went back into that area, drove over there, and noticed my electric fence was like all touching the ground. So I was like, what the heck's going on? So when I got over there, I noticed that this person took, I guess, like a knife or a pair of scissors or something, and cut my electric fence that was protecting my soybeans. He cut it like every 15 to 20 feet, well, 3/4 of the way around the fence. So when I saw that, I noticed immediately that 3 trail cameras were missing. So once I saw that those 3 were missing, I called the police. They came out, filed a report again. They supposedly at that time said they were going to knock on some neighbors' doors. I found out that they actually did knock on some neighbors' doors. Then after I calmed down a little bit, I searched the property, noticed that this person stole 9 trail cameras. 9. How he actually found 9 trail cameras is beyond me. Because if you just didn't know they were there, I mean, this guy had to be on the property for a long time. Well, one trail camera that he didn't take, actually, I caught a video of him. And the video I posted on social media, and within 24 hours, that video had like 30,000 views on it. So whoever shared that video and, you know, tried to help with that video, you know, thank you, because 24 hours it had like 30-some thousand views. I think it's still getting shared around, but now I think it's up almost like 60,000. So it's still floating around the internet. So once that happened, I posted a few videos on the channel, a couple videos on social media. So I'm pretty much out of all trail cameras. I had some left, but now all of my trail cameras have built-in GPS. So if somebody wants to take them, they're going to be tracked down by GPS. So other than that, I can't really say a whole lot on the matter, other than we tried to find out who it is. I have an idea of where they're coming from. As far as who it is, I can't say too much on that, but yeah, that's where we're at. So it was an unfortunate situation. Nobody's been back since. I now have people patrolling the area. I have DNR involved. They now have permission to be back, to be on the property. They have permission to search the property anytime they want, whenever they're in the area. I have a few other people that has permission to be on there, that's patrolling the area. So I have a few things set up. So yeah, we'll see what happens. What's up, Chad? Just a little more than 60 days for PA season to start. Great, you're back. Thanks, man. Looking forward to that. Midwest Outdoor Enthusiast, what's up, buddy? SJ Outdoors, are you going back up to PA, or are you giving up on it? Because I know in the heat of the moment you were done. I don't blame you. Yeah, man, that was just like emotions and stuff, because it was like it was a huge hit to have something like that happen. It was very it was very stressful. So, but no, definitely not giving up. I usually don't give up on stuff like that. Only thing you can do is go forward and try to not let it bring you down, and just try to do what you can to catch the person and prevent that kind of thing from happening again. Brad, 6,000 subscribers. Midwest outdoor enthusiast, still day. It looks like he's dressed like a mailman. Yes. It does, but when I talk to some neighbors, talk to some restaurants, the gas stations, the hunting shops, all within that area, they said no, mailmen don't dress that way in that area, unless he's from out of state or out of town. So I don't know. Beanie Reese, I'm glad you didn't give up. Yeah, man, because I put, well, actually, you know, Chris, if he's still in here watching, Chris and myself put a lot of time and effort into the place. And this whole thing, like, I don't know, it's like in a lot of states, but PA seems to be like really bad with it. With like people just like thinking that, you know, just from like managing your property or something like that, that you're stealing, you know, you're stealing all the deer or you're going to kill all the deer. Well, there's tags, you know what I mean? You can't kill all the deer, you know, unless you're poaching or something, but it's like you're not stealing the deer, you're improving your land because it's like it's fun to do, you know, it's what you do, it's fun. If you don't want to do that type of thing, that's okay too, but like it's just this weird mentality, you know. If anything, it's going to help the whole surrounding area, you know what I mean? It's just like it's just very strange, because to me, if I had a chunk of woods and then my neighbor all of a sudden was like putting some food plots in or whatever he was doing over there, who cares? It's none of my business. It doesn't matter. I don't really care. But if he's over there, you know, if I know he's putting food plots in, okay, well, the deer have to come from somewhere, right? Well, 100% of the time, they're most likely not going to be just on that piece of property that he's working on. They got to come from somewhere. So on my property, surrounding property, I'm going to figure out where these deer are coming from so I can catch them going to the food plot. So it's just a weird situation. That just, I don't understand it. Chris is here. What's up? Eric, I hope the guy gets caught. Yeah, I hope he gets caught too. We're leaning toward that. I have a few things set up. Like I said, I have DNR that has permission to patrol the property. Yeah, that's all I can say. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's this weird mentality of people. You know, I'm not trying to own the deer, you know what I mean? There's thousands of people in each state that do food plots and try to help the deer, and you're not just helping that one area, you're improving that whole surrounding area. So if anything, if this guy is like upset or something, whatever it is, he should thank me, to be honest with you. Some people are just jealous of the hard work and success of others. It's a real shame. It shouldn't be like that. Yeah, I mean, jealousy, possibly, but, you know, there's no reason for anybody to be jealous of anything. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. It's just weird. Brad, what is the best trail camera? I'm a little bit biased, but I use Spy Point. Probably over the past 15 years, I've probably used every different brand of trail camera there is on the market. You know, I've tried Wild Game, I've tried Cuddyback, I've tried Browning, I've tried multiple companies that actually aren't even in business anymore. There was cameras back 10 years ago, 8 years ago, called like Predator cameras. That company actually went out of business. It was a great camera. But it went out of business. But the past almost 5 years now, steady, I've been using Spy Point, and the reason that I like them is because, one, they pretty much last forever. I think I've had like one issue with a screen that went bad, and I'll tell you that. You know, it was a screen that went bad. And then the batteries just last forever. I think the Spy Point, the Force 10s, depending, you know, if you how many pictures you get or video mode, or you know how many nighttime pictures you have compared to daytime. But I mean, I had one Force 10 that had like 14 months of battery life. From Spy Point, I would say either the Force 10, the Force 11D, really all of them. The solar. If you're looking at a cellular camera, then for the money, I would say the Link Evo. But for the other non-cellular brand models, if I really had to pick, I would simply pick the Force 10. Because you can get 14-16 months battery life out of I think it's six AA's, or it might be 8 AA's, but yeah, they just work. I recently had the neighbor next to me start issues sitting down with him and DNR Thursday. Yeah, man, it's this weird thing with hunting that people create all these problems, and it's like I always tell everybody like that doesn't hunt or even hunts, hunting is literally like the best thing in the world, but then it's also like the worst thing in the world all at the same time. And it shouldn't be that way, but you have, with anything in life really, you have competition, and that's kind of like what it's gotten to, is like it's huge competition on like property, and it's just weird. It's so weird. Like people hunting from out of state. Like I live in Maryland, I hunt PA, but I have friends that live in PA that hunt Maryland. You know, I have friends that live in Maryland that hunt Ohio. I know people in Ohio that hunt out of state as well. So it's just this weird thing where people travel all the time to hunt different states. But if, you know, people in Ohio get upset that I'm hunting, or I'm sorry, Pennsylvania, get upset because I live in Maryland, I'm coming into like their state to hunt. It's just like this land that I was hunting on was sitting there. It was nothing, nobody was hunting it except maybe poachers or some people trespassing, but it was just dead land. So if I didn't get it, nobody else was getting it. So it's just this weird thing. But everybody, I wished everybody just got along with hunting and just mind your business, really. You know, it sucks to say, but just mind your business. If your neighbor wants to do something like a food plot, or, you know, put a tower stand up, or who cares? You know what I mean? Like, after searching the property that we were on, my property, there was some tree stands that were probably like 30 or 40 yards off of my perimeter of the property line. Who cares? You know, they're on their own property. Doesn't matter, you know. I'm glad they knew where the property line was, so they're on their own property. But I know some people that would say, okay, well, they're 30 yards off the property line, they would have an issue with it. I don't have an issue with it. You know what I mean? They're on their own property. George, I hope you get that. I hope you get that settled, man. I had a neighbor drive up my driveway, ask me what I was doing out back because I'm stealing his deer. Laugh out loud, then called game wardens on me, accusing me of poaching, all because I told him to get out. Yeah, man, it sucks. It really does. It's just all these weird situations. Hunting with Preston, do you think the trespasser is a viewer? Could be. It's a possibility. I just started putting out trail camera minerals and got a beautiful 8-point on cam using the mineral lick. Awesome. Midwest outdoor enthusiast, you use the Spy Point solar yet? Yes. I've used them. I think this will be the 3rd year now, or 2nd year, 2 or 3 years now. But yeah, they work great. They don't need any batteries because that solar panel, that built-in solar panel, keeps that internal battery charged, so you don't have to put batteries in it. And the weird thing people get confused on those particular cameras is, even though that solar panel, you know, most solar panels you need direct sunlight, this panel was actually designed not to need sunlight. Just regular ambient light just in the woods is all it needs. And there's a meter on there in the settings to where it'll tell you the amount of power that is getting from the panel, and if you can actually cover half of that solar panel, and it'll still charge. I have another type of trail cam, and I thought it was great, then received the spy point from you from winning the contest, and wow, no comparison. Spy point really has good quality cameras. Yeah, I mean, they're definitely, I'm sure there's other good ones as well, but I'll stick with them. You know, they're reliable, they last. Haven't really had any issues with them at all. SJ Outdoors, I've had my own in-laws get jealous. Yeah, I've had the same issue with family, so it sucks. But we're going to keep chugging along, because that's what you do. You keep chugging along, pushing forward, and try not to let all that negative stuff eat you alive, and try to surround yourself with positive people, because negative people will drag you down in the dirt, and it sucks. So always try to surround myself with positive, successful, you know, people that are more successful than yourself. Seems to be the trick. What is the biggest deer on one of your cameras? I have a 10-pointer that's on there. He's probably like a 130, something like that, 135, and that's just on like a honestly, it's on a 2-acre property. The PA property, haven't really seen whole lot of huge bucks, but we're still getting used to the property, seeing what's going on. Hopefully it's the first year hunting it, so we'll see what happens with it. What's your favorite deer call? I'm not huge on deer calls, to be honest with you. I don't really, I try not to use them all the time. There's a certain time and place, I believe, to use them, but I do carry the I'm trying to remember what it's called, the extinguisher deer call. I found that the extinguisher deer call just seems to, you know, work and sounds most realistic. Have you started mock scrapes? Absolutely, 100% mock scrapes. Start them right around July 1st. I had good success with that last year. I was able to kill a 10-pointer over a mock scrape. So I was never huge on mock scrapes before, but over the past 3 seasons now, I've started making them in the summer, and it's one of those things where it's underrated. People don't do them because they just don't think that, you know, they work in the summertime. Well, the fact is, deer don't actively make scrapes during the summer, but if you can condition them to continue to check that mock scrape, you can pattern them a little bit and get them from, you know, used to coming to that scrape, and then you keep refreshing it, and then all of a sudden, when it's that time of year, you know, other deer will start using it as well, and it'll become a hot spot. So you can have good success with it. What do you use for mock scrapes? This time of year, just buck urine. Like to use frozen buck urine from Nationwide Scents. I sprayed my clover plot with antler grow. I was wondering because deer were eating it hours after it was still. I sprayed my clover plot with antler grow. I was wondering because deer were eating it hours after it will still do its magic. Yeah, because the antler grow is still in the plant absorbs it. So when those new leaves and everything grow back out, the nutrients are already locked in there, so it'll grow back out into that new leaf. My property in South Georgia butts up to public land, and at one point we had people change locks on our gates. Luckily, we had them on camera, and the game warden didn't take it easy on them. Yeah, man, it's you always hear horror stories with hunting and property lines, and it's just a mess, man. It really is. Midwest Outdoor Enthusiast. Been using Antler Grow for about 6 weeks now, and definitely impressed with the results from it. Yeah, it's a very unique product, and I talk about it a lot, and I'm sure some people get tired of it, but it's just one of them things where it works. You know what I mean? It works, and my whole process behind all this is to try to help educate people a little bit and try to help them with whatever it is that you're doing. But it's just one of them things that just works. You know what I mean? It just works. So I use it all the time. You know what I mean? I'm constantly out there, you know, using it and using it and using it, because you get results from it. And you know, you'll get some weird comments, some hater, you know, some goofy stuff from people. Oh, you know, you're spraying it, and you know, you should have big bucks and this, that, and the other. And that's not how it works. There's nothing in the world that you can just dump out or spray or something, and all of a sudden you're going to have big bucks. But it's what you do year after year after year after year is how that happens. It just doesn't happen overnight. So, but it's a great product. I go out of my way to bust my butt to use it, drive 4 hours to spray, and it's just great. Don Vincent, what's up, buddy? Picked up the Link Evo and Solar this past Friday at Bass Pro. Been testing them at home, working great. Thanks for your help through Facebook. You were a great help. Awesome, man. Glad you picked them up and they're working out for you. I actually just set a Evo? Yeah, an Evo up yesterday on that kill plot that I posted a picture on yesterday. It was my last one. SJ Outdoors, I did the 1/2 ounce on the plot because of the deer mowing it down in this heat, just to be safe. Yeah, that's fine. It's one of them products where less is better. More is not better. More is wasting the product. A lot of companies will tell you to use more of their product so you can buy more. In this case, it's not that way. Less is better. Sorry about those cameras and other destruction. Real shame. Been there. Yeah, man, it sucks, but you know, you just move on from it. A lot of people deal with it. I've had friends deal with it. I've dealt with it, not to this extent, but I've dealt with it in the past. It just it hits you hard there for a while, just because of all the money and, you know, and all that you spent and put into things, and to have some goofy guy do some crazy stuff like that, it just it always blows my mind, and you'll never figure it out. So I try not to think about it, but his day will come. I'll catch him. Just a matter of time. So August 10th, I think it's August 10th, there is if any of you guys are from Virginia, I don't know, but if any of you guys are near the Richmond, Virginia area, myself will be at the Antler Grove booth. There's an outdoor hunting show at Richmond Speedway, and I apologize, I can't even remember the name of it now, but I'm gonna look it up for you, see if I can find it. That Richmond International Speedway, I believe, and Antler Grow will have a booth. I will be at the booth. I'll actually be the only one there. But if you guys are in the area, stop by at the booth, and they're gonna have some show specials, discounts, stuff like that. If you were looking to buy it, they'll be at that show, and I believe it's August 10th and 11th. I'm trying to find it here. So it's the 35th annual Virginia Outdoor Sportsman Show, August 10th to 12th at Richmond Raceway Complex. Check them out online, I guess, if you want more information on it. But it's August 10th through 12th. It should be a good show. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm going to be setting the booth up and basically running the show there. So if you guys are in the Virginia area, or if you want to travel, I think it's like $10 or something for the whole day to get into the show. I think kids might even be free, or $5 or something, but it's it's cheap to get in. So if you guys are in that area, stop on by. And it'll be booth 603. Booth 603. Any tips on the SpyPoint solar camera? I plan to get one next week. Honestly, which one are you getting? Because I mean, you pretty much set them up all the same, but if you have any particular questions about a certain model, other than that, just set them up, man. Try to keep them out of the sun, even though they do pretty well. If they're facing the sun, typically you want to face them north, but just set them out and have fun with them. Set them in different areas, and maybe overlook a feeding area, food plot, or whatever it is that you're trying to or area that you're trying to set it in. But just have fun with it, and do yourself a favor, don't check them too much, because when I first got into trail cameras, it was one of them things where you check it too much, and then all of a sudden you don't see deer anymore. It's because you're checking it too much. You're pressuring the deer. Are you and Chris gonna team up for hunts this fall, or are you gonna self-film still? Definitely, I'll still be self-filming, just because of the areas that I have to hunt around home, and then whenever we meet up on the weekend, we will be filming each other. So I definitely like to self-film. It makes it more difficult to get good video. You can do it. It's still fun. It turns out good. But if you have somebody film you, or you film somebody else, it's just less you have to worry about, and I believe that the video just turns out a little bit better. So, but I enjoy self-filming. This will be the third year now. I think third year, something like that I've been doing it. So it's fun. But yeah, we'll definitely be filming each other. Hopefully, we can get each other, a couple kills on film. So it should be fun. SJ Outdoors, Spy High cameras or mounts. I don't like promoting a lot of like different products or pushing like certain things on people, but the Spy High mount is one of them things where it's like the best invention that you could possibly think of. Whoever designed that thing like put some like serious thought into it, I think. But it's great. Been using them for like 2 weeks now, and it works as advertised. They're easy, anybody can do it. But it's just one of them things where it just works. I like stuff that just works, stress free. Just make it work, and I'll use it. Anybody else have any more questions? Like I said, we're going to have a new video coming out tomorrow, around 6:30, 7 o'clock. Fall food plot videos are going to be coming around the 10th of August. We're going to have probably like 3 or 4 of those, maybe 5 possibly. So we got that coming up. We have the outdoor show in Richmond, Virginia, August 10th through 12th. The following weekend, I believe, is what, the 17th or 18th. If any of you guys are from Maryland, Bass Pro Shops at Arundel Mills, Maryland, they're doing their fall deer classic there, or fall classic, whatever you want to call it. I will be there for Spy Point, in the Spy Point, trail camera section, just kind of working with the customers and working with the employees on the cameras and helping educate them on them, and talking with the customers and stuff like that. So I think that they'll have some good deals there. If you're not from the area, check the schedule because all the Bass Pros are doing it. It's like the Fall Classic, I believe. So that's like the 17th and 18th, I believe. And then Maryland hunting season starts the 7th, September 7th. So a lot of stuff coming up, busy. We're gonna keep pushing forward, making content, and then once mid-September hits, end of September, we'll start pushing out hunting videos. So it should be pretty fun. But I would say, right around the 15th is when the fall food plot videos are going to be coming out. So I'm pretty excited about that. I love doing food plots. Like yesterday, I worked. I think I went in at 3 a.m. got home at 5. Came right home, packed up, rushed out the door, and got home at like 9 o'clock last night from planting a fall food plot. So definitely busy time of year for sure. So I think that's gonna wrap it up, guys. I'm gonna hop off here. I'm glad to be back, glad to be talking to you guys. I love answering your questions. Brand new video comes out tomorrow, 6:30. Be sure to show that video some love. Should be a pretty interesting video. Other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you back here next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. See you guys.